I'm ready to get some things prepped, and then Christmas Day, it's going to be easy, and all I have to do is pop them in the oven, and it's done. How about that? And I'm sure you probably do the same thing. So I want to get started, but I'm trying to get my computer going so I can hopefully interact and read your comments today. Here we go. There it is. I've got it up. I'm getting a little better on this technology thing. Hey, Rusty Bucket. Let's see, let me mute my volume there. All right, so now maybe I can see the comments, and you'll probably see Miss Patchy walking around. She's not happy today because it's cold, cold, cold. And I won't let her go outside. That's cutting me off. Y'all can't see me. Let me move it up a little bit. We'll get it right in a second. Oh, this may be a long one. I hope you stay with me. Hey, Carol. Hey, Merry Christmas to all of you. Yes, it's cold outside. It is 11:41 here, and the temperature has gone up to a balmy 21. When I got up this morning, it was, I believe it was 14. It got cold. It got cold. I'm going to start first by, I'm not seeing comments on here. Why am I not seeing comments? There it is. I had it covered up. I'll get used to this. I've got some chicken thighs boiling. I like chicken thighs. I like the dark meat because to me, it's tastier. It's got a little more flavor, so I've got it going. And I put some onion and some celery and some salt, so I'm letting that cook. I've got some cornbread that I need to take out of the oven, as a matter of fact. So this is not all we're going to make. Here's one. Ooh, it's hot. And here's the other. I'm going to go ahead and dump them straight into my bowl. And we're just going to sit these pans, sit them down so I can find a place to put them, right? Thought I was ready. So, here she's saying out. No, baby, you can't go out. It's miserable when they like outside so much and they can't go out. I just don't let her out. It's so cold. I'm going to put that over the handles so I don't touch them. I will be making some more cornbread because I'm lucky enough I'm going to get to have 2 Christmases this year. Unlucky, my oldest grandson has COVID. So they're not going to be able to make it Sunday for Christmas, but I'll get to see them next weekend. We're going to do Christmas next weekend with them. Hey, Kelly in Northeast Ohio, you're having a blizzard? I bet you are. Bridget, Greenville, Tennessee. We love Tennessee. Mary's in South Florida. So we wish we were in South Florida right now. Unique Lamade from the UK. Patricia, good morning. Merry Christmas. Easy Cooking with Linda. How are you doing, Linda? We haven't chatted lately. Teresa Porto says the temp in Wisconsin is -7 with a wind chill of -27. Oh, that's so cold. That is so cold. Paul Freed is from Pennsylvania. Merry Christmas, Paul, and ho, 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 Norway. Good morning from Alabama. So let's get started on this. Okay, I've got some sweet potatoes. I'm going to make a sweet potato casserole today as well. We're going to make our dressing. I'm not going to bake it. I'm just going to put it together. And we're going to put together our sweet potato casserole. We're not going to bake it either. These are things I'm just going to put in the fridge. And they'll be ready when I am. And I like to do this ahead of time. I usually do. Normally, I would have had my dressing made last weekend and put in the freezer. But, things happen. My daughter-in-law was supposed to make it, and she still did make it, but they just can't come. So we'll have hers next weekend, maybe. If not, I'm going to have an extra pan, and if we don't, then I'll have it for myself. So that's going to be good. But I want to get these sweet potatoes going. Now, some people I know I know that was dangerous, wasn't it? Let's leave it down. Like to boil their potatoes. I like to bake mine. So I'm going to stick these in the microwave. The microwave is quick. It's easy. If I was going to do a baked potato that I just wanted to eat, I love them out of the oven. Let's see. I've got 3 large baked potatoes. So let's try that. And we'll see what it does. Let's see if we can break up this cornbread. I can't handle it. It's too hot. It'll look cool. But we're going to have our chicken. Ooh. Got this one a little browner than I wanted, but you know what? It's okay. It's going to make good. I'm going to make up some more cornbread, and I'm going to let you make it with me. Because we got another pan we're going to make. Yeah, this is fun. I haven't done this in a while. This is, we're going to call it an all-day bake. I don't know that it'll take us all day, but that's what we're going to call it. So let's get my bowl. I'm going to make up my cornbread in. I've got buttermilk. This is non-fat buttermilk, which is a little thinner, and we know, non-fat is thinner. Don't take quite as much. If it's whole fat, then it does. So I'm going to I'm not measuring today. I have a cornbread recipe video that's out there, and it has all the measurements. But today I'm making really big batch of cornbread. Now I don't use quite as much flour. I use White Lily cornmeal buttermilk mix, which has flour, salt, all the leavenings in it. And I still like to put a little bit of flour. I'm going to y'all excuse me, I'm going to move my computer up here so I can see a little better. I can see you guys. There we go. Now, to this, I'm going to add some salt. I know it has salt in it, but I'm going to add a little bit more. Y'all know me. So, what are our plans for Christmas? I told you our grandson he tested positive yesterday. Bless his heart, he's so upset. He has been off at school over 2 years now, and he's been in Huntsville. He didn't come home this summer, so he's been away about 2.5 years in school. Never got it. Comes home for Christmas break, he gets it. Okay, so we're going to, I see you, baby. I'm going to add 2 eggs. Don't break your egg over your bowl like I just did. That's not smart. I've got a trash can down there. Now, there we go. I'm going to put 2 eggs in it. My buttermilk. Shake my buttermilk up good. Yeah, I know it's during the week. It's on a Friday. But I so appreciate you guys joining me. We weren't sure this morning if Mr. Paul was going to be able to get into work. The roads were wet, and it went down to freezing so quick last night. But he made it in safely. He said some of the bridges and overpasses had some ice on them on the sides, but other than that, he had no issues. I was hoping since it was Christmas Eve that he might get to come home early, but he said probably not. I've got a big clump in my whisk there. See, I don't see all these behind the scenes things I get to do. She's talking to everybody. Can you say hello to everyone? Huh? Can you talk to everybody? I went earlier, I couldn't find her. And I found her in my bedroom, up in the window. I've got a wide double window in my bedroom. She likes to lay up there early in the mornings. And obviously today, because I won't let her out. And she can look out. She has a wide view up there. So, oh, we'll get this stirred up good. And we're going to get this in the oven. Oh, I'm going to make some deviled eggs today, too. Do you guys like deviled eggs? We love them. That's another thing my grandson likes. It's not going to get to come, but he'll get his deviled eggs next weekend. I can promise you that. There's a little story behind the deviled eggs that I have to tell on his daddy every year. Let me grab these skillets. Get them back over here. They're still hot, so I don't need to put them back in the oven to heat up. I heat my skillets up. Some people don't, and that's fine. Look at here. Look at this little cover for my oil bottle. It's actually, I think it's actually a wine bottle cover, but I put it on my oil bottle. I thought it was cute. Why not dress it up too, right? I want to get this in the oven, get it going so we can get on putting our dressing together. I'm going to make gravy, but I'm not going to make it today. I'll make that Christmas morning. I think it's better when it's fresh made. It's simple. If you know how to make gravy, and I'm sure most of you do. I don't use the giblets. I just use chicken. You know, little shreds off of the chicken. And I add eggs to it. And I make my roux out of butter. And as my granny would say, let's get shed of that one since I dropped it. Now, look at those two pretty pans of cornbread. Whew. Yeah, she's walking in front of me because she thinks that I'll let her out. Now, I'm going to bake that I'm going to put it on 22 minutes. Then I'm going to put this in my sink, get rid of it. Keep you a sink of soapy water if you can. So that way, you can clean up as you go. I like to clean up as I go. Yes, telling you a story about the deviled eggs. So, several years ago, back in, was 2014. It was in April, and I had knee replacement surgery, and it was Easter time, so I wasn't able to stand up and cook dinner for Easter, so my kids did. And my oldest son was so proud. He had his beautiful plate of deviled eggs. I'm sitting off to the side because I'm having to stretch my leg out. And he walks over with his plate to show me. He said, look, Mama, how pretty. And he dropped every one of them. There was only one that didn't fall on the floor. And he gave it to me. And I ate it. I laughed at him. Oh, I laughed at him so hard. So we joke about it now. He cannot touch the deviled eggs. He can eat them, but he can't carry them anywhere. But I laughed at him, and I ate my egg. And after I had my dinner, I got sick. So they blamed it on that I laughed at him. Could have been. Could have been the pain medication I was on too. Okay, so what are we gonna do next? We've got our sweet potatoes baking, and we've got our chicken. Let's check the chicken. I think it's gonna be about ready. Oh, it smells so good. It's been cooking for a while. I went ahead and started it so you guys wouldn't have to sit and wait on me cooking chicken. Picking chicken. But you get to help me pick it. But it takes a while. You want to make sure it's done and gets all that goodness in this broth. Look at here. I'm going to bring this over and show it to you. We're going to drain this broth. I don't know why I should, but it's got all the good stuff in it we like to put in our dressing. So you know what, I may not drain it. It's got celery. I've got onions here. I may cut them up. My celery was cut up. You remember a few weeks ago, I did some veggies. I did some peppers and onions and celery, and I cut them up and put them in the freezer. That's what I'm using today. It's a big time saver, and if you've got time to do it, take you a few minutes, cut you up some veggies, put them in the freezer, and all you have to do is take out a handful when you're ready for them. Now that's a beautiful piece of onion right there. We may throw that in there. I think we are going to keep this with the celery though. Look here. You can't see it, can you? I'm all the way over here. That's a lot of chicken. Looky there. Looky there, looky there. Let's see. Carol says, Merry Christmas to y'all and the kitty from Starkville. Jackie, it's crazy cold in Chicago too. I'm sure it is. North Carolina. Carol Ridley says it's not cold in, I'm not sure of the flag. Carol, if you can, tell me where you're from. Rusty Bucket, you're right. Cooking is fun. Cleaning up, not so much. But I do it. So beautiful. Thank you. That's Solee. If I'm mispronouncing it, I very much apologize. Claude is in Montreal. Thank you. She says she loves my cooking. Solee, I bet that smells wonderful and yummy. Yes, it does, and it makes me hungry. I have been craving and wanting chicken and dressing. Now, I know a lot of people make stuffing. We make cornbread dressing here in the South. Julie K says, Merry Christmas from Syracuse, New York. Love your channel. Thank you, Julie. Listen, we love every one of you guys, and we so enjoy having every one of you on with us. We so appreciate it. But I'm going to let this chicken cool a little bit so I can handle it. It is too hot right now. Well, you know, I could do it with a fork, but we've got some more cornbread to bake. So let's get on with something. We're going to make pies today. Did I tell you that? Yes, we are. I made a coconut custard pie yesterday. I didn't video it, and it was kind of a spur of the moment. Let me see. It's one of them testing things that I get in my head now and then, but I want to make one for you today. So we're going to do that as well, and I've got to have some milk for that. Let's just get that started and going next, because we're not baking off anything else, but we've got to bake the pies. Let me grab some coconut. We will need coconut, and I took it to, the one I made, I took to a dear friend of mine, Wendy. She does my hair, and she does a lot better job than I do, and I just love her. So I took her a pie to tell her how much I appreciate. Because anytime I need her, she works me right in. I do not have to wait. So, Wendy, if you get to watch this, I certainly appreciate you and love you, girl. So what do I need? Let's check these potatoes. I got a feeling they're not going to be done. Almost. Almost. We'll get that together. That's another one we're going to have to let it cool off a little bit so we can handle it. Pies. Let's do pies. That's my other bowl. Yeah, that's why I keep water. I wash as I go so I can keep my bowls that I use clean and they're ready for me. I'm using my Granny's egg custard pie recipe. Now, I've got a video out for that. If you get a chance to see it, go look at it. But I kind of tweaked it up a little bit and made my coconut custard. So I need some coconut extract. And I got to find what I did with it, y'all. Lemon, oh, there it is, right in front of me. Right in front of me. I need some regular milk. And we're going to, I need about 2 cups of regular milk. Yeah, I'm going to be all over the place today. So I try to have as much as I can in front of me when I see, I'm going to use about 1 3/4 because 2 cups yesterday was too much milk. So when those potatoes come out, I'm going to put that milk in there and let it get good and cold. But in the meantime, we can be doing everything else. We need 3 eggs. 3 eggs. Have y'all got all your shopping done? I think I do. One gift that I was wanting to get, and it's something that I can pick up anywhere. It's not a big deal gift, just a little something I wanted to pick up. You know how it is, always that last minute something. My husband says I wake up on Christmas morning saying, do I have enough? And he's right, I do. Okay, so I've got 3 eggs, and I'm going to whisk them up pretty good. Half a teaspoon of salt. There's my salt. Now, I'm not getting out the measuring spoon for that. I'm just going to guess a little bit. I'm pretty good at guessing some of them. Doesn't take much. That salt just kind of cuts some of the sweetness. We need 2/3 of a cup of sugar. I've got half of my sugar. I put things up and then I take them back out. Measuring cup. Got it right. 2/3 cup. I might need to go back to my overstock, as I call it, and get some more sugar, because we're going to make 2 of these pies. We're going to make 1 coconut, and we're going to make 1 regular egg custard. So you go right there. I love my canisters, y'all. I've had a lot of people ask me for them, and they're on my Amazon store, and it's linked in all of my videos. We're going to stir that together good. We need some vanilla, but I'm making coconut, remember? So we're going to use coconut. I'm going to use a teaspoon of coconut extract. Oh, it smells so good. Isn't it strange? Like with the vanilla extract. It smells so good, and you just want to taste it right out of the bottle, but you don't dare because you know it's going to be awful. Let me show you what I made. You may have seen the video. We made some homemade vanilla, and I can't wait to try it. It's not ready yet. It's not ready yet, and I chose to use bourbon on mine because I like the Madagascar vanilla when I can get it. And I need a tablespoon of melted butter. Microwave just went off, so here we go. So this is not one of those days that I'm doing a quick video and we're prepped. We're doing it as we go. You're getting to see it live and see all the behind the scenes. I got a trash can sitting down here. Why am I not using it? Okay. Let me get a plate to put these potatoes on because we're going to need it. Yeah, I just love my plates I got at Target. Need to find some similar ones on Amazon so I can put them out there for you guys. Is that not just some beautiful sweet potatoes? Yes, it is. But we got to let them cool as well. So let's melt this butter, and we're going to scald this milk. Melt the butter. Doesn't take long to melt the butter. I leave my butter out, and that way it's soft when I need it. And I use it so quick it don't have a chance to go bad. Let's see. Paul Fred, yes, I love my big kitchen too. Mike Cattermold, you're in Wausau, Wisconsin. I have a cousin in Wisconsin. CS Nanny, hi. She's in South Florida. 81 there. Don't you wish you were there? Grand Bay, Alabama. Yes. Is it cold down there? I don't know how far the cold went in Alabama. I bet it is cold in Oregon, Janet. Sully, thank you. She says my hair looks lovely. Yeah, Nanny, I do need somebody to read my chats. But I don't have that luxury today. So I'm having to do it as I can. If I miss somebody, please, please forgive me. Because when I'm by myself, it's not as easy. Now, we all know when you add hot liquid to eggs, they want to scramble sometimes, right? So we're going to let that sit there just a minute. And then when we get that milk out, we're going to temper these eggs. And all that means is we're going to marry the eggs and that milk together slowly so they don't scramble. Yeah, Nanny, I'm retired now, and I know you know that, but I'm here by myself. So my husband still works. So I don't have that luxury of having someone here. Stephanie, I don't know if Stephanie's working today or not. I haven't talked to her today. My son's off, so she may be off. But I don't want to bother them on their days off. They have things they like to do and last minute things getting ready for the holidays. Oh yeah, that's warm enough. I mean cool enough. We're going to turn in and wash up some of these dishes in a minute. Y'all can get to see me wash dishes. This pie that I made, I'll have to try to put a picture of it. I can't show it to you because it's on my phone, and I'm talking to you on my phone. It turned out so pretty, and I'll have to try to put a picture in the comments so you can see it. Carol really says it's raining in South Florida. Yeah, it was raining here yesterday, and we had quite a bit of rain. Wasn't a hard rain. It was a slow, a lot of drizzle. But last night we got some rain, and we were so afraid it was going to freeze up before it stopped and the temperatures started dropping. It was strange because when we went to bed, it was about between 10 and 10:30. The temperature said it was still 50, 51 degrees. I get up this morning, I woke up about 2:30, could not go back to sleep. So I got up for a few minutes and I came in here and it had dropped to 29. And I was up about 45 minutes, and during that 45 minutes, it had dropped to 22 degrees. So I went and snuggled back up under the covers. Oh, keep myself warm. Oh, let's see, our milk should be ready. Yes. Okay, now, see, here's where we come in. Worrying about scrambling our eggs. So I'm going to add a little at a time. Whisk really good. Whisk, whisk, whisk. So it doesn't have a chance to cook those eggs. Look at there. And I promise if you'll do it this way, that's the way I've always done it, you won't have scrambled eggs in your custard. If you don't want to take a chance and you want to strain it, you can. I've never had the issue, so I don't strain it. Now, see, I think that's good and married together, so let's put that on in there. Ooh, there we go. Oh, that coconut smells so good. It's going to get better. Let's see if we got everything. Yep, except for our coconut. Let's turn up our heat on our stove. Well, we can't because we've got cornbread in there, right? Why didn't y'all remind me? I'm going to put a big handful of coconut. That may be half a cup. It wasn't a cup. I'm going to put a little more. What's the sense in having a coconut pie if you can't taste the coconut? Right. That's what I think. And then we're going to bake it. And then I'm going to put some, I cheated. Instead of making homemade whipped cream. You know, heavy whipping cream is expensive. It's not cheap. I just bought some. And that saves me a little bit of time. But we've got some toasted coconut that I pulled out that we're going to sprinkle on top of that. So that's going to be good. Rhonda in Georgia, you finally made it to 21. Pop Jones, yes, your egg custard pie is coming. I'm going to make it. Stephanie, there you are. You need to get up here and help me, and we'll make that sweet potato pie casserole. She says it better be on the agenda. If I do not make her a sweet potato casserole, she would never speak to me again. I don't believe she would. Now, if I'm making just an egg custard pie, I grate fresh nutmeg over the top. And it would probably be good with this coconut pie, but I'm not going to do it. I didn't yesterday, and it turned out and came out to be such the prettiest pie. Let's get a pan. It shouldn't, but I don't want to take the chance. Stephanie says she's shopping with my son. I figured you were probably shopping or working. Yeah, have fun out there. Be careful. I may try to talk Pop. Pop Jones, you still on here? We're going to get out shopping tomorrow. How about that? We'll see what he says. All right. I got to clean the decks a little bit. But see, I put that on that tray. If there's any spillage, it's just going to go right in this tray and not in my oven. How about that? So this cornbread's fixing to come out. It's 25 seconds. So let's make our way over here. Easy, because I don't want to spill it. Somebody had given us the idea last time we made a pie, and I didn't heed that advice, and it was great advice. Take the crust to the stove and then fill it up there. That's what I should have done, but it didn't. Ooh, this is some good looking cornbread. Cover those handles. I don't want to accidentally touch them. Okay, I'm going to increase the temperature to 450. We're going to bake it for 15 minutes at 450, and then I'm going to bake it another 20 to 25 minutes at 350. And I'll watch it, and if I need to cover it to keep it from getting too brown, I just put a little piece of foil on it. Yes, Lee, I usually do. I made it that time, well, I'm not in the oven yet. So, let's see, I think we want to do one batch of dressing at a time. What do you think? Get out another pan. Let's do something with these hot skillets. Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah, I could just sit down, get me a glass of milk, and crumble that cornbread up in there and eat it. Ooh, would that be good? Have you ever just done that? I don't like it with buttermilk, but I like it with sweet milk. And I could just eat that and be happy. You might have to turn y'all around in a minute so we can wash up some of these dishes. I'm going to break this up like I did the other one so it can be cooling. It is steaming, scalding hot. I can't handle it. I don't have chef's hands like some do. Can you see that steam coming out of there? Oh, Yvonne, you're in Ireland. Yes. I write out my plan ahead of time. Most always. Yeah, I'm running out of room here. I'm going to sit this over here because we're not doing that just yet. Okay. Let's work on this first batch of dressing. We're going to break it up real good. Yeah, it's a little browned, but it's still going to be good. I like it browned. Merry Christmas, Amy. So I can stand right here while I break this up and can talk to you guys and read your comments. Retirement days, yes. Small breaks. I have to do that. I do a bit. That's why I try not to do too much at one time. For some reason, is it just me, or time has flown by these last couple of weeks? Well, since Thanksgiving. And I have had my list. Stephanie and I sat down and made our list. This is what we're cooking, and this is who's going to bring what. And time just simply got away from me. And I don't know where it went. I don't know what I was doing. I haven't been playing. I've been doing something. Can y'all tell me what I was doing? Amy, I am making cornbread dressing. Texas Nana, yes, I'm making cornbread dressing. I'm putting it together. I'm not going to cook it. I'm going to put it together and set it in the refrigerator. I like to make it ahead of time, and that way, I think all those little spices and such just marry together and makes it so much better when I do that. And we've got a sweet potato casserole we're going to put together. And I've got a coconut pie that I need to go slip in the oven because the temperature just came up where I needed it. Then we're going to make an egg custard pie. I've made a pecan pie. I've got it in the freezer. I've got some cookies that I made. You guys have seen those videos. I've got the white chocolate, the chocolate dipped shortbread cookies. I made those. Let's slip this pie in. Oh my goodness. Oh, I make it. Am I going to make it? Yes. I made it without spilling it, y'all. How about that? 15 minutes at 450. That pan was a little bit shy of cornbread, so I'm going to steal a little bit from this one. How about that? Ooh, yeah. Oh, it's still warm. Now, I told you about the peppers and the onions and celery. We're using that today. I'm not using peppers. I don't put bell peppers in my dressing. Do you put bell peppers in yours? I've heard some people say they do. I just don't like it. I like the peppers. Yeah, I mean, it did fly by. Sheila, Coles, Michigan, I know you are. Oh, you're going to make bolognese sauce for the holiday. Send me your recipe. Yeah, Stephanie, you're right. There's not enough, not any more holidays after Christmas. Well, we got New Year's. What do you guys do for New Year's? I usually do the traditional, the black-eyed peas, the pork, the greens. They all have a meaning here in the South. It's celery. See, I just marked my bag, what I've got in it, and when I put it in, and gets low, I'll just get some more and put it in there. That's enough celery. We like celery, but we don't like that much celery. Okay, so let's stir this all together. We've got to put I'm not going to add any more salt because I salted the chicken really well. And I salted the cornbread really well. Let's see. Let me get my measuring spoon. Oh, my nose is itching. Lynn says she's making a big crock pot of sauce and meatballs to bring to her niece. So 25 family members coming. We used to have that many, 25 to 30. I just got to where I couldn't do that many anymore. They helped. You're staying. Your son's going to come and celebrate with you. That is wonderful. Stephanie says she likes it when the whole family is together. I do too. Did y'all see my live video that I did, a quick video that I did with our family? We all got together, me and my brothers and our children, their children, and it was just the best. I put 2 tablespoons of poultry seasoning, 1 tablespoon of sage. I like sage, but it can be overpowering. And depending on what brand of poultry seasoning you get, it may have sage in it already. My daddy loved sage so much, and I'm sure most of you have heard me tell this story. He loved it so much that my mother put so much in it, it was green. I don't like green dressing. She was a great cook, but I didn't like the dressing. I almost got this one that way, but it's poultry, not. It will tone down. All right, let's get one of those pots over here so we can get some juice. I can't tell you how much I'm pouring. I'm just going to pour. We're just cooking and having a good time being together today. It will soak it up, I promise. Might have got too much in it, though. I'm going to put some more cornbread in that pan. I think I did put too much, but you know, it'll be all right. It will soak it up. And remember, this is going to sit until Sunday morning. I'm going to taste it. Let me get me a spoon. Terry, all I added to the dressing of the celery and onions is I added some poultry seasoning and some sage. I mean, yes, I love decorating, and I don't have many decorations out like I used to. Melanie Craddock, she says, hi, Karen from Tulsa. Hey, Tulsa. I love your containers you have for your dry ingredients. Where did you get them? And do they come with scoops? Melanie, yes, I got them off of Amazon. And if you'll go back to one of my older videos, and the link is in there, it's Amazon.com/shop/Karen Jones Food Family. There's no and, just Karen Jones Food Family. And it's on there. And they're in there. It don't cost you any more to buy them through my link. But it just helps me help you shopping. Let's see if I put too many. I know I double dipped, but it's just us. It's good, but guys, I think I put too much sage in it. See, that happens. Not sage, poultry seasoning. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and make 2 batches at one time so it'll get all of that taken care of. Yes, Pop Jones, they do. They sound good. I like the bolognese sauce. You would like that. He loves pasta and pasta sauces. We need to get some recipes, don't we? We'll get with you guys later on. It'll be after the first of the year. And Stephanie, if you're still on here or can hop on here, we had actually talked about starting a viewer recipe maybe once a month. And we've still got to work out the details on that. So, but y'all be thinking about it when we get it going and what you would like to send in and for us to make. We'll get all that set up and fine-tune the details of how we want to do it and how we're going to choose each month what dish we're going to make. This is still warm. Pop Jones, did you see the bolognese that she was talking about? I asked her to send me the recipe, and if she will, she can send it to KJN, letter N, KJNPJ20, the number 20, at gmail.com. I've got some recipes that some of my subscribers have sent, I'm running out of room in this bowl, have sent me, and I've got them saved in my email. So one day I'm going to get around to making some of them. We've been concentrating on the holidays. I have some new shirts. I don't have one within where I can show it to you. I'll have to get one out in a little bit after my hands are clean because I did white shirts. I need a bigger pot, guys. Y'all can say Miss Karen just messed that up. Let's do this. Where's my... Let's just split this bowl up. We're going to get it mixed up. I promise you that. We're going to have to add some more liquid. Ooh. It smells so good even if I did mess it up. There's nothing better. Y'all seen me. My hands are clean. Nothing better than just getting in with your hands. This bowl is a lot bigger. I love my Mason Cash bowl. A friend of mine several years ago gave that to me. She had one, and I just fell in love with it. And I've thought and looked about getting me some more, but I've got so many things. If I come in with much more, Pop Jones is going to make me take it out. Yes, I needed a way bigger bowl, Stephanie. This is the biggest one I've got, though. Sad to say. Maybe Santa Claus will get me a bigger one for Christmas. Yeah, the Mason Cash bowl is bigger, so let's just dump it all in there. Oh, it looks, I don't think we're going to have to add any more seasonings. I think I added enough that first time. I can't believe I did that. Follow my recipe when my cornbread dressing on there. I think I used 2 teaspoons, and this time I used 2 tablespoons. That was too much. Let me wash. We have to keep clean. We'll have to have another dish towel too, aren't we? Get rid of this. We are going to turn around here and wash some dishes. I keep telling y'all that. Look, why not use that celery that we cooked in there? Nothing wrong with it, is there? And we've got another boiler of broth. And what we don't use, I'll put back in a jar, a mason jar, and I'll use it to make my gravy. And if I don't use all of it then, I suspect I will. I'll stick it back in the fridge and use it for something else. I use chicken broth all the time. Or you can put it in the freezer and it'll keep. It's got a little bit more juice. Yeah, Stephanie, I need a huge one. I just don't have one. I need one of those the big metal stainless steel bowls. You don't know anyone that I can borrow one from, do you? Yes, unique. It is. It's made with love. And I think that's what makes us all great cooks, is we do it with love. I love cooking. I love cooking for my family and my friends. Pop Jones never knows what he's going to come into for dinner. Sometimes he may not come in with anything. But that's okay. He don't mind. He's never complained. Let's taste it. What do you say? Guys. Now, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Let's get rid of this, because we don't need it anymore. Let's move this. Let's move our broth, and I'm going to put it up later. I'm using disposable pans. So that way, I don't have to worry about a lot of cleanup. They were cheap, so I don't mind throwing them away. I'm going to spray them real good. Probably don't have to, but I am. There we go. Now, let's divide this dressing. And see, when it comes time, Christmas morning, when I pull this out to cook, if I think it needs a little more liquid, and I probably will, I can just sprinkle a little more liquid over. Okay, our pie says it's ready. We're going to reduce the temperature to 350. And we're going to bake it for 20 minutes. Let's look at it. Looking pretty. It's looking pretty. But yeah, I can take and add more broth over the top of it before I put it in the oven, and it will bake up beautifully. Sharon Boatman, Merry Christmas to you. Logos, yes, it is going to be good. I tasted it. I want some now. I need to go ahead and bake some up, but I'll wait, and it'll be extra special. But I don't know if any of you that came in late, I am going to have Christmas dinner twice this year. Since our grandson got sick and they can't make it, Miss Papa Jones asked yesterday, he says, okay, so if we do Christmas this weekend and next weekend, which is New Year's, he said, does that mean we've already done Christmas for 2023? I don't think so. Hey, we'll just have 2 Christmases in 2023, right? I'm going to pat this all down. Now, I'm going to let it cool off a little bit more before I put it in the refrigerator. I'm going to cover it up real good with foil. I'm going to hold this up so you can see it. You can probably see it from where you're at. But I like to hold it up. I've had some people tell me that they don't like it when I hold it up, but I'm just afraid sometimes you can't see it as well as I want you to. Thank you, Soleil. Looky there. Isn't that pretty? Love is the main ingredient, Pop Jones says. You're absolutely right. And we do put it in there, don't we? We love cooking it for our family, our friends. Most of all, we love eating it. All right, so I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to let it finish cooling. And it is pretty cool. And let's clean this up a little bit. Careful with the knives. I got my Raider knives. Yeah, you know I love my Raider knives. I'm going to turn you around a little bit so you can see me back here. And we can talk while I clean this. Look at that mess. That's the behind the scenes that you don't always get to see. Yeah. I was watching a lady one time that I love to watch on YouTube, and you know what we just did? Didn't put her chicken in the dressing. But you know that's okay. That's an easy fix. It's not like we left out the seasonings. Anyway, she did. She did that. She moved around and said, here's what you don't get to see. And that's true. You don't get to see that part. So, let's put this up real quick. I had a few things here that I washed earlier. So let's put them away. And I love my drawers. When we remodeled this kitchen, we said we just could not let my water get hot. I just can't stoop down to get in the back of a cabinet like I used to. So we opted to go with all drawers and pull-outs. And I tell you what, that's the best decision we ever made. Let's move these. We're just going to set them over here. Get them out of the way. We don't need this anymore. See, this is all a part of it. You get to clean up if you cook. And it doesn't take long. A lot of this I'm going to be reusing, or else I would put it in the dishwasher. And then when we're done cooking, and I'm going to have to clean the floors too. We're done cooking, we'll put it all in the dishwasher. All right. Y'all hang with me. Let's get these washed. It don't take but a minute to wash the dishes. That's the one I dropped, isn't it? I'm going to have to clean my floors. Does not take but a minute to wash these up, and we're done. And we can get on to something else. I hope you're not bored watching me wash these dishes up. Y'all talk to me, keep me company. I had a girlfriend, Cal, still, dear friend of mine. We used to talk a lot in the evenings while we washed the dishes. She didn't have a dishwasher at the time. So she'd call and we would talk. And she had her dishes done in no time. How about that? Whew. You sure can mess up a lot when you're cooking, can't you? And I like to clean up as I go. Tell me, do you clean up as you go, or do you wait till the end and wash them all up at the same time? I can't stand it. I have to clean up as I go. If I can't cook in a messy kitchen. That's just all there is to it. I don't think we're going to need this boiler again, but we're going to go ahead and, if I don't spill water everywhere, if I do, I'm going to let y'all clean it up. What's the temperature going up to? It's made it up to 22. That's probably our high today. Well, I get done with this, get my hands cleaned. I'm going to show you guys my new shirts. that we had made up. I was going to wait till after the first of the year and show them to you, but I just can't stand it. I got to show you now. My daughter-in-law, not Stephanie, but the other daughter-in-law, Carrie, she designs my logos. You won't see her on camera, but she does so much behind-the-scenes stuff for me. I wish she would come on camera with me, but it's just not something she wants to do, and I totally understand. I was wanting to get Mr. Dalton in here, but maybe one day we can get him before he goes back to school. One more bowl left, and that's this big one. See, it don't take long. I don't know where Miss Kitty went. Did y'all see where she went? She's probably in my bedroom window like she was earlier. All right. See? Done. And that didn't take me but a minute. Now, I'm going to wash these hands real good so I can go show you my new shirts. They're white, and I don't want to take a chance on anything being on my hands when I pick them up. Let's see. Allison, yes, Pop Jones cleans up a lot for me too. Yes, Carol, I do. I have to wash them as I go. Stephanie, no, you've never seen Carrie. If you may have seen her in some pictures that I've posted. Oh, Sonia Allen. She says, thank you for letting us watch. I love to cook, and although I'm 70, my greatest memories of my mother was watching her cook. I was watching on my TV and just crying my eyes out. You make me cry. What was he saying? Stephanie, what did he say? Yes, I made cinnamon rolls for him to take to work for his guys. He has some of his technicians in the evenings that are some of my biggest fans, and I just love them to death. Before we go any further, we're going to put this chicken in this dressing, but I'm not doing anything until I get you a shirt and show you a shirt. All right, let me get it for you. They're so, so pretty. Carrie designed this logo for me. Looky there. Isn't that beautiful? And we've got my YouTube logo address under it. So, no, you didn't miss the cinnamon roll recipe. I haven't put it on there yet. If you'll look at the orange roll recipe, that orange, how did I name it? Orange biscuit rolls. It's that same recipe, except I use cinnamon in the middle. Looky there. Didn't she do a beautiful job? So we're going to get around working on this so we can get some out for you guys. If y'all are interested, tell me. I hope so. Now, all right, chicken. Back to my chicken and dressing, since I was running my mouth and I didn't put my chicken in it. I think a lot of husbands clean up for their wives. He does. Pop Jones cleans up for me. And he says, well, you cooked. But, now I say, well, you worked all day. But he still does. If he doesn't do it, he helps me. And he always has. That's never been a question. Never come into question. The only time he doesn't help me is if he's not feeling well, or we have a light supper and I say, go sit down, I got it. Looky there. I'll throw that away. Just hope Miss Kitty don't get in that garbage. I don't know where she went. She's not happy with me, though. She'll get over it. This chicken, what part of the chicken do you guys use? I like the thighs. I use breasts a lot. I like the thighs. When I cook chicken, that's my favorite piece to eat is the thighs, because I think it just has so much more flavor, has a little more fat, and it makes good broth, a good rich broth. Let's see. Okay, so I put half of them in there. We're just going to take our hands and squish it together. What do y'all say? He said it sounds good, so I say it sounds good to me. We're going to have ham to go with this, so the chicken is not going to be the main. Yeah, that's going to have some more broth on it. So the chicken's not the main course. Just pick it off. Try not to get all that gristle. It does have a lot of gristle and fat, but that's what makes it good. That's what makes the broth good. I asked Pop Jones to go by and pick me up. We're not bourbon drinkers, but I asked him to pick me up a little bottle of bourbon. I like the miniature, because I want to try making, an egg custard pie and put some bourbon in it. I'm thinking on the line of an eggnog. And I know people have recipes out for eggnog pies, but I want to make my own. And so I'm not reading their recipes. I want to see if my ideas work. And if it doesn't, then I'll go back and read theirs. All right, looky here. That is just some beautiful chicken. Get that little fatty piece off right there. Look here. Get back in there. He tried to escape. I wish he didn't have to work today. He could have been in here with me, and he could be helping me answer you guys, because I know I'm missing a lot of comments. Look, now, that's just some beautiful pans of dressing. Wash again. How many times do you think you wash your hands when you're cooking a meal? I lose count. I lose count. Let's see what he's saying about see if he's weighed in on anything else. Oh, set these back out of the way. I don't have to worry about her getting up on it. She doesn't do that. I did wash the aluminum pans. Yeah, Bonnie, go find my orange biscuit roll, and instead of the orange marmalade, use some cinnamon sugar. Sharon, I enjoy being with you guys live. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you in Michigan. Sonia, I bet if he needed to, he would do them for you. Yes, Barbara, I believe you couldn't make the cornflake candy without peanut butter. We thought about that, and that's why well, I don't know, hazelnut, the cashew, that's all nuts. I bet there's some kind of substitute. In fact, someone told me that they put chocolate chips. Try that. Melt you some chocolate and do it that way. You know how we would dip in chocolate? Do it that way. How about that? Yeah, I guess Sonia, I guess it is a Southern thing because my mother did, and that's what I've always done. So I love it in there. You don't have to. I have actually done it without, but you don't have to. But yeah, I guess it is a Southern thing because we do. Yeah, I like to watch the farming pastor's wife. She's pretty fun to watch. Let me move that. Let's swap our board. I heard my pie just beep. So let's get it out and see what it looks like. And we got to put another one in there. We got to do his egg custard pie. And then we're going to do Stephanie's sweet potato casserole. Let's check this out. Where did I put my... Here it is. Oh, I can smell it over here, y'all. I wish you could. Push it to the phone. Oh, this is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Looky here. It's gonna puff up and it will settle. So, yeah, excuse me, let me turn this phone off. It will settle and flatten. It's supposed to. It is supposed to. Oh, it looks so good. Now, I'm going to come back, and I told you I had some whipped cream. I'm going to put a little design of whipped cream around it. It jiggles a little bit, but it will, and it'll settle. And then I'm going to put some of this toasted coconut on it. It's got to be good. Let's see. Let me get a wire rack. And I want to put this up there. Cool. I bet you can still see it a little bit, can't you? Yes, that was so beautiful. Melissa Lee, you can always rewatch it. We just made some cornbread dressing. I just took a coconut custard pie out of the oven, and I'm about to do a sweet potato casserole. So let's get a bowl and get started on that. First of all, no, we're not. We're going to make up our second custard. Where's my measuring cup? What'd you guys do with it? It's in the sink. I washed it. Pop Jones, if you're still on here, I need you to pick me up some milk. I know you just bought milk yesterday. But I just used it all. Perfect. Perfect amount. All right. So, here we go. We got to scald our milk. Scald our milk, and we need a keep kicking my little rug around here that I've got under my feet to stand on. 2 tablespoons of melted butter. This is just a tad over, but let's use it anyway. It may be like 2.5. It won't hurt him. Y'all, excuse me. Watch my milk. I've got to go get some more sugar. I'll be right back. I've got to go to my overflow. Y'all watch the milk for me. Make sure it don't boil over. That didn't take but a second. I have an old dresser in the back of my house that I keep stuff like this. I don't like to put it because I've got shelving in my garage that I keep a lot of my canned goods and stuff on. But I don't like to put stuff like this out there. So I put it in that dresser along with other dry goods. And it works out beautifully. So let's put this sugar in there. If I find it on sale, I go ahead and buy it up. Groceries are too expensive nowadays. So I like to get it on sale. So I've got it when I need it. And there we go. Let's see. That'll come out in a minute. Then we're going to need, let me get my whisk. We need 3 eggs. We're using a lot of eggs too. Are eggs expensive where you live? Oh, they are here. They are here. I was at grocery store yesterday. It's one of those cost plus 10. Piggly Wiggly, if anybody here is familiar with it. I bought this size 18 count extra large and they were $8 and change. I was in Publix. I don't know how far north Publix goes, but I was in Publix. This was 3 or 4 weeks ago and picked up the same size count of eggs and they were over $9, almost $10. I said, I can't. It's ridiculous. I had someone tell me that they were having a time finding them even in Walmart and said the prices were going up because of the bird flu. I've heard of the bird flu, but I didn't know that was affecting our egg production. Half a teaspoon of salt. I love to do this when I can just get in and just start doing. 2/3 cup of sugar. I like to spend a day just cooking like this. Do you do that? Especially for the holidays. Well, I'm going to need that. Don't put it up yet, Karen. Our butter. Let's mix that eggs and sugar first. I appreciate y'all staying with me and watching. I enjoy being with everybody. It's the time I get to visit. Let's get some vanilla. We need a teaspoon of vanilla. You know, the cap is a teaspoon. If you didn't know that, most of you probably do. I'm not left-handed, so I don't know why I'm trying to do it left-handed. Now, stir it up real good, and remember how we did earlier. So use vanilla this time because I'm just doing a regular egg custard pie. That's what Mr. Jones likes. He'll eat the coconut. His favorite is an oatmeal cake, and it's got a coconut topping. Carrie always makes that for him. So maybe he'll get that next weekend. A little bit of milk, stir it around. Little more. Oh, it smells so good with that vanilla. That coconut earlier was just, And this smells so, if you make too much of your custard, my original recipe calls for 2 1/3 cups. And I cut that back. And that's my granny's recipe. And I cut that back because I just think it's too much. And it was too much. I always had custard left over. But then I thought, what's wrong with that? And when I was making the custard pie yesterday for my friend that I told you about earlier, see, this pie shell broke. Can you see those little cracks? It's thawed. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Listen to me. Ain't. Just push it back together. Here we go. I know I was telling you something and I forgot what it was. So y'all remember what I was telling you? Denise would love you too. Impressionistic artist. There's 3 eggs, whole eggs. I love bread pudding. I've got a short on bread pudding. I need to actually do a full video. I do a cinnamon roll bread pudding. There's a radio station here that I go to sometime, and I just love them. And it's called Breaking Bread with AJ and the Chub Father and Leslie. So we have AJ, who's a Goodbye AJ Media. Leslie is the Alabama foodist. Look him up. Look up the Alabama foodist. She's wonderful. She does a lot of restaurant reviews around here. And then Chub Father, Will, he has a restaurant, a local restaurant here. And so we talk about food. We pick a subject for the evening, and I'm on from 6 to 7. Not every week. It's usually every couple or 3 weeks. And I'll try to start putting out when I'm going to be on it. But you can go back and listen to some of the older ones. Go to breakingbreadbeham.com and go under podcasts, and you'll find some of the older podcasts. My son and I were on there. I forget the last, wasn't this past Thursday, but last Thursday, whatever date that was. Not yesterday, but last Thursday. And we had the best time. And I made a cinnamon roll bread pudding and took it to AJ because I had told him I would. And I made a cream sauce to go over it. It was just a regular cream sauce. And Chub Father wasn't there. Will wasn't there. His son wrestled, so he was off at a wrestling match with him. And they just loved it. Of course, it made me feel good, but I thought it was very good too. Yeah, Sonia, that's what I had heard, that Walmart says they're going to go up. Yeah, Barbara, I told you I love bread pudding. So let's get this pie. You just saw me. I just grated some fresh nutmeg over the top of this pie. And can you see that? I don't want to spill it. Oh, that's so pretty. And we're going to get it in Same thing, 450, 15 minutes. I didn't increase the temperature, but you know it's so hot, it'll be all right. There we go. Let's increase the temp. Yeah, listening to, I've got a little bit of music in the background. I don't think you can hear it, but our subject last weekend was, what is your favorite Christmas song? And what is one that makes you cringe? Y'all tell me what's yours. My favorite is Mary Did You Know? Mark Lowry wrote it and sang it, and I don't think you can get a better version of his. There's a lot of great artists that do that song. I love to hear Pentatonic sing it, but something about Mark Lowry, and maybe just knowing he was the original artist on it. I'm just going to stack those there. I'll put those up in a little bit. Whew. I got to take a break for a second. We're just going to stand here and chat. I got my water heating up because I got to wash up a couple of more dishes. There's a lot of dishwashing and cooking in there. Mr. Jones will love his. I'm going to have time keeping him out of that pie tonight. Are you seeing your pie pop, Jones? Are you on there? He may be busy. If he's busy, he can't watch us. Whew. Let's get this cleaned up. Y'all watch my timer for a minute. I just got a couple of things and we'll clean them up. So they're gone. And I'm going to need this bowl. I'm going to use this other one I got out. You know, I've got bowls, I've got cookware. There's just certain things I like. Are you that way? I like certain ones, and I use them over and over. I like them all, but certain ones are my favorites. There we go. Now, see, that didn't take but a second. I've got to get some clean dishwater, too. Got to get this where my milk. There we go. My milk's stuck in my measuring cup, because I might need that measuring cup again. Let's let this water out so we can start a clean sink of water. How about that? Does that sound all right? Yeah, his guys, I told y'all earlier, he's got 4 or 5 guys on his evening shift, and they religiously watch my videos. They're all great guys, and I like to make them stuff sometimes and send it to them. And last night I just got to thinking, put that up, why not make them some cinnamon rolls? It didn't take but a minute to pull them together. So why not? Whew. I'm also going to stop right here and talk to you for a minute. How about that? Oh. Yes, Barbara cinnamon bread makes a great bread pudding. I've used that. If you like raisins, you can use the raisin bread. Oh, Holy Night. Yes, Christy, that one is, it's something. Some of these just bring tears to my eyes. Oh, Barbara Holland, I never thought about Mary, did you know in sign language? I bet it is beautiful. Uh, North Kingston, Ontario. 12 Pains of Christmas? Huh. Santa Baby. Yeah, that's a good one. Listen, let me scroll up and see if I missed something. Oh. Chrissy, we have sweet potato casserole every Christmas and Thanksgiving. And if I don't, Stephanie will disown me. She will not consider me her mother-in-law again. Bonnie, I made a coconut custard pie, and then I just put an egg custard in. I used the same recipe, except for the coconut custard, and it's cooled off some, and I can hold it up. Looky there. I put coconut in it, and I'm going to put a whipped topping on it and some toasted coconuts that I have. So I made a coconut whipped cream. I did make a coconut whipped cream, so I think I've got enough left over to do this one. If not, we've got the whipped cream that I bought. I love coconut. My grandson, Parker, whom you have seen cooking with me, he loves coconut. Finger, Tennessee, Court Harris. Am I misunderstanding that? Never heard of it. We love Tennessee. I'm not crazy about raisins either, Barbara. A lot of people like to put it in theirs, but I'm not crazy about it. But there's a lot of folks that do like it. And that's wonderful if they do. So, all right, so let's get on to our sweet potato casserole. I've got a video on it, but y'all make it with me today. So, I've got 3. Now, the original recipe calls for canned sweet potato, but we're not using canned. I've got some baked sweet potatoes and sugar, eggs, more eggs, right? 2 eggs. We've got just enough eggs here. I've got more, don't worry. Because we've got to do some deviled eggs. We'll do those in a minute. We need vanilla. Get our vanilla back out. Our butter. Half a stick of butter. That's just in the pie. And then the topping, we need some flour, some brown sugar. There's flour, brown sugar. I may have to go get the reserves on my brown sugar. Oh, I don't have to go anywhere. It's already in here. How about that? See, I just love these canisters. Look, that lid, it snaps. The brown sugar canister has the disc that keeps it moist. I've got to wet it so it can continue to do its job. All right, so we're going to, let's take the meat out of these sweet potatoes. And when I say meat, I mean the insides. Where's my knife? I don't have one out, do I? Here we go. I'm just going to cut it down the middle. Can you see me? I think you can. And then we're going to take this peeling off. That's it. We're going to put this together. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and hope Stephanie don't come by and get into it because we still got to cook it. This will be the one thing that she eats. If that's all I had, she would be happy as she could be. She can make a meal off of it. Some of them, my family eats it with their meal, some eat it for dessert. It's a good dessert. It's got brown sugar and nuts and all the good stuff. You know how to make it, don't you? Denise, Merry Christmas from Quebec. Merry Christmas from Sweden, Epic Wave. We're giving you an epic wave for sure. You guys just make me feel so special being here with me. Looky there. Now, one more, and we're going to be done. Doesn't take long. You see, I put them in there in the microwave. You saw when I put them in, when I took them out. Just let them cool while we were making this other stuff. Don't take long to cook a dish. We go away for Thanksgiving, and well, that's a big old hard spot on that one. We just break it off. I don't know why. They just didn't get done right there, I guess. That's a big potato. That's okay. We've got plenty that is done on this potato. And what we've got already, we've got plenty. But we go away for Thanksgiving, but we sure do look forward to being at home cooking Christmas dinner. I do. Do you guys do it for lunch, or do you do dinner in the evenings? We usually do lunch. I'm calling it dinner, but we do lunch. Kind of a late lunch, usually around 1, 2 o'clock. Whenever we all settle down, I like to get all my chillins together and open their presents. Oh, Barbara, I never thought about putting a saltine in it. I bet that would work. I just usually keep that little disc wet and, excuse me while I run some more water in my sink because I'm going to need it again. I usually just keep that little disc wet and my brown sugar stays soft. I don't have trouble with it getting hard. Now, here we go. See, we're ready to start round 2. We're going to get this started, and I'm going to get some eggs going. I'm going to use my little egg cooker. And if you don't have one, I'm sure you would enjoy it. Brookhaven, just north of Atlanta. Everything looks delicious. Think I'll make your sweet potato casserole. Excuse me. I'm making ham, as my son doesn't really care for turkey. It's just us. Yep, Popsy, that's how we feel. Turkey's not my favorite. Now, one of my sons does a deep fried turkey, and you've probably had that. We love it. I'm going to go ahead and start my eggs. Let me move it up here so you can see it. See, I've got it in my little egg cooker here. I love this little thing because you know what? This is all I have to do. Push that button and it's done. All I have to do is wait for it to beep and get that cord out of the way. I don't like it right there on it. Okay. Now, what am I after? This. Looky here. These potatoes are so soft. I don't have to have a masher. I'm mashing them with my spoon. Do you like sweet potatoes? I just love a baked sweet potato. Baked sweet potato with a good old steak. Barbara Holland from Southeast Texas. Yeah, I bet you know how to make a good steak, don't you? Yes, Diane, the egg cooker is fantastic. 2 eggs. Did you get it from my Amazon store? Seems like I remember you did. Diane was one of the winners on our giveaway we had last month, and unfortunately she had to wait to get her t-shirt. I ran out, but lucky for her, she got the one with the new design. She's the very first one to get it. So tell us what you think about them, Diane. I showed it to him a few minutes ago. Okay, I hear you. Let's reduce the temperature. Come on. And we're going to put it in for 20 minutes. Okay, now that'll be good. Okay, so back to our sweet potato casserole. So I've got my eggs in. I need a cup of sugar. Just see where I put my, here it is. I hid it from myself. My measuring cup. A cup of sugar. I'd like a lot of sugar in it. A half a cup of canned milk. Now, when it says canned milk, it's evaporated milk. It is not sweetened condensed milk. Sweetened condensed milk has a lot of sugar in it and has some of the liquid out of it already. This is what you want to use. Some people call it cream. All right. Half a cup. Ooh, looky there. Oh, it's so rich. A teaspoon of vanilla. Remember, the top is a teaspoon. We'll have to clean up these lids. I get it all over my finger. There we go. Let's stir this together. We got to get out some pecans. We're going to need them. Half a stick of butter. My butter's real soft. A half a stick is 4 tablespoons, and I'm sure you know that. So we're going to break that up. We're just going to stir it through. We're not going to melt it. You don't have to. I used to go through all that trouble, and I don't anymore. You don't have to. That's an extra step you don't have to take. I'm giving these dish rags a workout today, aren't I? Let's see if I can do this. Again, I go for the smallest bowl I can find, it seems like. Let's mix it up like this. Oh, yeah. Anita's from Southwest Virginia. Diane says sweet potatoes are a big favorite at her home. Ian, right now I'm making a sweet potato casserole. And I've got an egg custard pie in the oven. I just took a coconut custard pie out of the oven. And we made some cornbread dressing. And all of this I'm going to put in the refrigerator, and I'll bake it off Christmas Day. My egg cooker brand is I don't know. I don't see the name on here. It may be on the bottom. I think it is Dash Popsy. Now that you say that. Sharon, thank you. I like my apron. I think I got it at Walmart, actually. Victoria, Merry Christmas to you. So you got ice and snow? You're still in the minus numbers. Wow. Okay, now we got mashed sweet potatoes, cup of sugar, eggs, canned milk, vanilla, and half a stick of butter. Okay, so we're going to put this in a casserole dish. Let's spray it. I'd rather spray it instead of taking the chance, right? Can't get it out. What good is it? I know y'all have heard me say that. Oh, and that's so pretty. And see, that is so much nicer than using a canned sweet potato. The colors are just more vivid. They're just beautiful. Look there. See how pretty that color is. Now we got to make the topping. You guys are sweet. Yes, we love sweet potato casserole. Now, let's make a topping for this. Let's move this for now. I'm going to need it in a minute. We just need a little bowl. Just a small bowl. And I got to have some pecans. I like Priester's pecans. We'll get them from South Alabama, and I think they're the best. There's a lot of good pecans out there. I just love Priester's. So if you get a chance, you can order online and get you some. They'll ship them to you. Like anything, nuts are they're not cheap. But I love Priester's. I need a half a cup measure. A half a cup of flour. This is going to be the topping that goes over it. Doesn't take long. And see, in the flour canisters, you can just run your scoop over that. It levels it off. A cup of brown sugar. Now, you know, we pack our brown sugar, right? Let's cut this off. There's a cup measure. And we're going to pack it. Mine's light brown. If you want to use dark brown, you can. While we got it out, let's put it in here. Look. Looky there. Looky there. Now all I have to do is put it away. 2/3 of a stick of butter. Y'all, I do use a lot of butter. 2/3. How do you measure 2/3? We're just going to say right there. We're going to put what we want. You can't go wrong with butter, can you? Tug Carter says, thank you for these videos. You're teaching me so much. Thank you, Tug. I certainly appreciate hearing that. I love to cook, and I so love to share it with my family. I guess I had my blending forks in the dishwasher. We use a regular fork. So we're going to blend this butter. You can melt it if you want to. I just like to put it in there softened and squish it around. That's technical, squish. Did you know that? And let's see, what else do we need? Oh, and our chopped nuts. So once we get done with this, we'll add our nuts to it, and we'll be good. You know what we're going to do? Y'all have seen me wash my hands so many times, so we're going to get our hands in there and do them. Popsy says, Brenda, I haven't given the price of the shirts yet. That's something we're still working on. Popsy said he's glad to be able to watch me in the kitchen. I miss watching my mom and grandma busy in the kitchen making holidays special. Wonderful memories. It is wonderful memories, isn't it? Did y'all just have a little glitch? I did. It could have been just on my end. So we get this sugar and this butter all squished together. That butter's so soft. And then after I get these pecans added in, we're going to put it on top, and that sweet potato casserole is done. Move that out of the way. Let's go right here. Let's move that. Let me get my knife back here. That I gotta wash it off. Now, North Carolina. Christy, we love North Carolina. We love Tennessee. We just love it up that way. My brother and I come up to Tennessee often. We go to, we love South Pittsburgh, Tennessee. It is a quaint, historic little town. We've been to Harriman, Tennessee. We want to go through Franklin, Tennessee. We want to hit all those historic little towns. My family and I, we go to Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Sevierville. When we were up there in June, Pop Jones and myself and Parker, our youngest grandson, we was riding around and went to Elkmont. They call it a ghost town. It's just an abandoned town. And we walked through there. They're fixing up some of the houses and stuff that were there. They were falling down, and they're kind of not livable, but they're kind of bringing them back to life where they'll be safe. They have an event center there, actually, in Elkmont. And we like to walk through there. If you can't hear it, I've got some more water running. Barbara, we're going to be celebrating Christmas next weekend as well with, we're doing it this weekend with the one son. The other grandson got sick, so we're doing it this weekend with one family. And then we're doing it next weekend with the other. So I get to do it twice. How about that? I'm excited. Looky here. Now, when I put this on top of these sweet potatoes, when that butter gets in the oven and that butter melts all over the place, these pecans and that brown sugar, it's just gonna go everywhere. Looky there. Ooh, looky there. Can you just imagine? I know several people a lot of people make sweet potato casserole. I'm not crazy about the sweet potatoes with the marshmallow on top. And I know that's a big thing for a lot of folks, but it's not for me. Do y'all do that? Oh, Tug Carter, we were in Pigeon Forge Thanksgiving. And I didn't know it, but I had some viewers that were up there at the same time. The restaurant we were eating at, they were eating at the sister restaurant across the street. I wished I had known. I'd love to have seen them. I got to meet a subscriber last weekend when we were out shopping here. It's so much fun to be able to actually see and talk to you guys. I love to be able to put face with names, so I know who I'm talking to. Now look, that's one dish down. That's done. Cornbread dressing is done, ready to go in the refrigerator. And I'm going to put it in my refrigerator outside in the garage. And Christmas morning, I'll just pick it all up, bring it in. I'll have just put it in the oven. I'm not spending time cooking Christmas morning. You know, I picked all that up. Be careful. Don't put your sharp knives down in your dishwater. I have to be sure and watch that. And don't put your sharp knives in your dishwasher either. It will dull them. My knives get washed by hand. Looky there. We're almost finished with what we're doing today. Okay, I want to get a bowl. Those have not baked. Have you heard them bake? Looky there as I'm talking about them. We're going to get them out of here. And we're going to put some more in. We love deviled eggs. I have got a countertop ice maker coming. I haven't got it yet. It may be after Christmas. Could possibly be after the first of the year before I get it. I'm anxious to get it and try it. Give me a second. Watch this while I go out to the refrigerator and get some more eggs. I will be right back with you. Let's go back and talk about those pies. I was going to say earlier, and I just thought about it when I opened the refrigerator and saw it. I had some half and half, and you can use half and half in your pie as well, and I should have done that. It is so, so good. And see, this egg maker, if you don't have one, put your little eggs in it. Let's see if I can find the name on here. I still don't see a name, but I think Dash is it. You got your little measuring cup. Pour it in there. See, it's still hot from where I just used it. Put your little lid on. Mash the button. And you heard it beep at me when it was done. That's what I like about it. I don't have to think about it and worry about timing. I've made omelets in it. It's amazing. I'm going to put a little ice. It's going to be noisy. can't wait to get my tabletop ice maker. I can just scoop it out. Okay, and then I'm going to put some water. Whoops. I hit it just right and it come out all over me. All dry. Usually by the time I get done cooking, I've got to go change clothes anyway. I get it all over me. Especially when I'm washing dishes. Now see, this evaporated milk, it won't go to waste. I have a lid. Do you guys remember when Hershey syrup was in a can? This was the lid. You can't find it in the can anymore, or I can't. If you find it or know where it's at, please tell me. It fits the evaporated milk just perfect. Now, when I go to make mashed potatoes or anything like that, I'll use that. And you can use it in so many different things in place of regular milk. What have we got? We've got our egg custard. Let's get it out. That's Pop Jones's favorite. And we're going to turn this oven off now. Because I think we're done with it for now. Oh. Yeah. He is going to love this pie. That's the only thing he asked for. This and Carrie's oatmeal cake. Look. Ooh, me. Where am I going to sit it? I'm running out of room, and I've got a lot of room in this kitchen. We sit it back here. That's one thing I love about my new kitchen. I have lots of room. Okay, so let's put these eggs. We're going to get those going. So what do you say we start cracking them? Let's get a little bowl. Let's wash up one of these. See, I told you I use the same ones over and over again. I need my big fork. Let's see if it's in the dishwasher. My blending fork. It works wonders on eggs. Absolutely where it is. You know what? It's going to get washed too. I used it to make cinnamon rolls last night. The biscuits. I just want to make sure I get all that flour off. It gets stuck down in there sometime between those little tines. Now, here we go. If you don't have one of these, go look on my Amazon store and get you one. They are amazing. Makes quick work of stuff, I tell you. No, I don't pierce them, Bonnie. I just throw them in there. And is it the Hamilton Beach brand, Diane? Thank you. That's the one I think that I got. The one I'm getting is high. Well, I'll have to look it up. High something. HIC. I'll have to look it up. It's just I saw it and I thought I would like it. So let me see if I can look it up here real quick so I can tell you what I'm I don't knock you off. Nope. Let's see. It is, well, Hicozy, Hicozy, Hicozy. I can't tell you exactly the one. I just going through and looked at them and said, hey, I like that. And mine probably says to pierce the eggs. I never do. I never have. It works beautifully. Maybe I need to. Do I need to? Tony Hayes, highs from Australia. Is it a leek that I put on Amazon? I may have just picked one, but How Cozy is the brand that I chose. Maybe I need to go back and I think I put that on there before I actually decided which one I wanted. So I need to change that, don't I? Janet, what tasted better in the can? I missed some comments. Anne's from Denver. Thank you, Anne. We love our home. Teresa is from Florida. Okay, we get these other eggs done. We're going to cut those up. Let's see. Thank you, Denise. I love cooking. Yeah, I think this one has a puncture tool. It's in the bottom of the that little measuring cup. No, I haven't figured out the price yet. There's something we're still working on. I just got them, and we haven't even gotten to the point where we're ready to put them up for sale yet. I just love being in here with you guys. Sylvia is from California. Let's see, what am I after? I need a knife. We're going to need some goodies to go in this. We need some mayonnaise. We're going to need some mustard and relish. I use dill. We use dill relish here in the South. Let me get my, let me grab something else from the garage. See, this is what I'd be doing if you guys weren't with me. Anyway, I'd be running back and forth. If I can, no, I know where that one's at. It is Christmas time, and we're gonna make some pretty eggs. Use your zipper top bag. Let me show you a secret. I think I've showed you this before. This may be big enough. Take your zip bag, get your cup, decide what tip you want. We want a pretty tip. Those bags are small, so we're not using them. What do we want here? That's small too. They're all small. My big one's in the refrigerator with the coconut topping that I made. Let's use that one. That'd be pretty. Oh, I just about tripped over my rug, yeah. All right. Stick this down in the corner of your zippy bag. See that? Let's twist it up. Drop it down in your glass. Looky there. Now you've got an extra hand. So when you get your egg mixture all done up, all you have to do is put it in there. You've got the extra hand. Looky there. Now, looky there. And they come out perfect every time. Looky there. And we're going to put them in our beautiful egg plate. You can't see my egg plate, can you? Let's get rid of this. We don't need him anymore. We're about done. I'm going to miss you guys when we get finished here. We've got to do this again. Would y'all like to do it again? Let's see who we got here. Freezing Cold Memphis, HB. We haven't been to Memphis in a long while. And King, that is Duke's mayonnaise. It's made right here in the South. We love it. I think it's actually made in South Carolina. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Richmond, Virginia is what my bottle says. I love to put them in this little egg tray. I fill it up, and if I have more eggs than what goes around, and I will, I can put them in the center, or you can reserve that center of the egg tray and put you some like the little cornichons or little peppers or, you know, just things like that you might want to snack on. Deviled eggs make a great party food. Julie K is from Poland. Merry Christmas in Poland. Illinois, it's -3 here. Anna Bennett. Norman, Oklahoma. Bleeding Goat, thank you. I'm so happy you love my videos. I love having you with me. Yeah, Girock. Yeah, it says Hamilton Beach. I'm going to have to correct that because I put one on there before I decided on this particular one. So I'm going to go back and change that. God's Girl, yes. The Martha Washington candy is delicious. It's easy. My daughter-in-law loves to make it. And she was the one that was with me. That's one of them. Barbara, I can get it online. I've not looked online. I'm surprised I didn't. But yeah, everyone, thank you for, okay, that's Hamilton Beach is the egg cooker. I'm sorry, I was still thinking about the ice maker. I need to go back and correct it. Yeah, sometimes I put different brands of things on there because they may be less expensive. And, you know, I don't want you wasting your money on stuff or paying too much. So I may choose something that's less expensive just to give you an idea. I'm not going to put anything that is not any good. That's for sure. I want everything that you purchase on there to be of good quality. Have you guys seen the air fryer that I have? I did a review on it. The company sent it to me. I love it. And I know you've heard me say before, or some of you probably have, I've had a different air fryer. And it's the one that, like the oven, it had the little shelves in it. and I didn't like it. We didn't get along. This one has just a pull-out tray, and it's got a window in the front, and it is on my Amazon page. Paris Ron is the name of it. It's not really expensive, and it's a good one, and I like it. I've used it quite often, I have to say. I just didn't care for the other one. I guess it was the way it was made. Mike Greenwald, Northeast Pennsylvania. Single digits, 30-mile-an-hour winds. Yep, makes for a good night for baking and food prep. I love to cook when it's raining or cold. That is my favorite time to get in my kitchen, especially when it's raining. I don't know what it is about it. And we use dill relish. We don't use sweet. A lot of people do use sweet, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Grant Leon, you said the Elite Gourmet Egg Cooker and a Chefman Egg Cooker is what's showing on my Amazon page. Yeah, and I'm sure you're right. I haven't looked at it to tell you the name of it. Like I said, sometimes I will I put a different brand because it's what I've found that may be less expensive for you. Bunny, I really do think mine is the Dash, but I can't swear to it. I don't have the box, and I don't see a name on here. So, you would hate to have my food bill. My food bill's not that bad, really. Oh, really? Dukes is originally from South Carolina. Okay, that's what I thought, Tug, and then I looked at that and it said Virginia. So I thought it was South Carolina. I didn't know it had been bought out. So great. I was telling it right, wasn't I? Whew. Yeah, I'm tired. We've had a good time today, haven't we? I am going to, while those eggs are finishing up, I'm going to cover up this dressing. Let's get some aluminum foil. Now, I've got two. I'm going to put one in the refrigerator that I'm going to cook this weekend. And I've got one that I'm going to put in the freezer. And if I need it next weekend, I'll pull it out next weekend. The day before, the night before, put it in the fridge and let it defrost. If we don't use it, I've got it for another meal. Another day. We love dressing around here. If you haven't looked at my fried chicken video, go out and look at my fried chicken video. It is, I'm bragging on myself. It is a good fried chicken. I've got a fried chicken seasoning that I put on there. And I think it makes all the difference in the world. Y'all, excuse me just a second. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Whew. You ever felt like you was going to sneeze and wouldn't sneeze? Whew. Okay, well, oops, and these eggs are done. So when it beeps, you have to turn it off. This one won't turn off automatically. Some of them might. I'm going to put them in my ice water. I do love this little egg cooker, though. There we go. Now, we'll finish getting this covered up. And we're going to get our deviled eggs finished up. That's what you put in your deviled eggs. I've seen people put vinegar in it and sugar. I don't want them sweet. And I don't know if that makes it sweet or not. I've never done it. Looky there. I've got so much done. And I got to visit with you all while I'm doing it. Hello, Stephanie Jones. She says, hello from the other Jones household. It's freezing cold. We love you too. You're going to have to come up here one day when you're off of work, and we'll do this again with everybody. And because they all love you. And Stephanie enjoys being with everyone as well. See how easy these peel when you get them out of that egg cooker? And I just put them in the ice water. Y'all saw how long it was in there. And it just peels right now and then. You'll get a stubborn one that won't want to peel. And I'm bragging, and watch me get one. See? Told you. There it comes. Yes. Yeah, her husband, Stephanie's husband, my youngest son, Brandon, he'll go to the radio station with me sometimes. He loves to cook. Stephanie loves to cook. All my family cooks. They're great cooks. I'm very blessed there. I'm very happy that they all like to cook. And my mother was a great cook. My grandmother, they're who I learned most of my cooking from. And on my own, I was a young bride. And I had to feed my husband. And then when the little kiddos started coming along, they got to eat too, right? Sonia, thank you. Merry Christmas to you. Karen Jackson says she's from Kansas. She loves baking when the temperature gets cold. She'll definitely check out the air fryer on Amazon. My racks pull out, and it's very intimidating. Yeah, those of mine did too, and I'm just not going to call the name brand of it, but I didn't like it. Other people, one of my brothers has the exact same one, and he loves it. We were just talking about that a couple of days ago. It's that piece of eggshell there. We don't want that. We don't want crunchy deviled eggs, do we? Yeah, I've got a couple of requests for you, if you will. I have some new friends on YouTube. If you will go check out pre-retirement days, like retirement, but with a P, pre-retirement, easy cooking with Linda. Now you'll have to watch hers because there's another one that's very similar name. Hers does not have a person profile picture. The other one does. She's new, getting started. And if you'll check them out, that would be great. Another one is Viola's, let me get it named right, Viola, I'm sorry, baking and cooking. I'll have to look it up. I don't want to tell you wrong. She's very new. And they all are. And of course, my very, very dear friend, Lisa with Carter's Eats. Check her out as well. I love the friendships that I have made here on my channel. Everybody is so good. Look, boy, we got a big tray full of eggs. You know what? They won't go to waste. Not in this group. Looky there. Isn't that something? It won't take long to mix these up now. Ooh. Stephen Harper says, my kitchen looks delicious. Thank you. Grant, minus 35, a wind chill in Kentucky. Furnace been running all day, and it's only 64 degrees in here. Pot of bean soup on the stove. Hey, you can't beat that, can you, Grant? Grant Leon. Bridget Green. Bridget, I like that one. Stephanie will be after me and you both. She says somebody took Stephanie's, took the sweet potato casserole, it didn't come out. Oh, Stephanie will love that. She'll have a good time with that one. Barbara Holland said she was raised in a family of 18 kids. I can just imagine your mother by the stove with all 9 daughters helping. Wow. No, Tug Carter, I'm not in broadcasting. I'm just on there as a guest now and then. And it's 99.5 FM here in Birmingham. And if you go to their website is Breaking Bread Beham. And that's where you'll find, you can listen to the old podcasts. And we just have fun. They're a great group of people. My youngest brother, Greg, goes with me quite often. My youngest son, Brandon, goes with me. And we just have a good time. All right, so I just put mayonnaise, I put mustard, and I'm going to put some dill relish. We use dill. If you want to use sweet, that's great. And get a little bit of that juice in there. That just pretties it up. And those pickles, don't it? You don't want it too loose. You want it to stay in the egg. Now look what we're going to do. I love these little spatulas. You get you some of those on Amazon too. I'm sorry, excuse me while I turn this off. Now, I'm going to scoop it into the glass that I lined with my zippy bag. We're going to make them so pretty. Normally, or sometimes I just spoon them into, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. Nothing wrong with that. You know, we do what we got to do to get food on the table to feed our family. But it's Christmas, and I want it to be extra special. I did not put salt and pepper on it or in the eggs. Let me taste it. I think it's okay without it. We'll salt and pepper it when we go to eat it. Now, see, get my scissors. See, I'm going to push. See how I've got that down there? I'm going to snip off the end. I'm going to push that down there. Looky there. And see, I've got that end. Look here. You can't see these eggs, can you? Looky here. If I had my bigger one, but it's in the, I told you it's in a baggie with my coconut whipped cream that I've got made for my pie. Uh-oh, is that going to come out? It's got that pickle in it. That might not have been a good idea after all. Oh, y'all. Well, see, you just got to see the best part. That's what's fun. You know, let's don't cry about it. Let's laugh and have fun about it. We can still, it won't have the swirlies, but you know, that's all right. It's going to be good. It's just with that pickle in there that wasn't big enough, and I didn't have another bigger one. Oh, wee. Plus, this makes quick work of it, too. Well, that is if you don't have the, the mess I just made, but hey, it all stayed together. It didn't go anywhere. And then what's left after you get done, you just go back and fill in. Put some more in what you've already done. Use it up. Don't waste it. Right? Yes. Looky there. We're not finished. My grandson Dalton would never forgive me if I didn't do this step. Paprika. Looky here. And I just use my fingers and pinch it. And just sprinkle a little bit on top. Now, looky there. That's a beautiful tray of deviled eggs, isn't it? Now, I'm going to get these covered up. They're going in the refrigerator. And it looks like I've got enough eggs for both weekends, but you know I don't. So let's chat a minute before we go. Let's see. Bridget, I still love that. I had to go back and read it again. She says, Stephanie Jones, her sweet potato casserole didn't turn out, so a viewer took it. She will love that one. Grant Leon, ready to make scalloped potatoes. Oh, let me know how you make your scalloped potatoes. Popsy says, hi, Stephanie. Enjoy when you're in the kitchen with your mom-in-law, Karen. Hope your son gets better ASAP. Actually, it's the other grandson, Popsy. My oldest son, Stephanie's brother-in-law. Barbara, we've already talked about that. She was raised in a family with 18 kids. My dad was raised in a family where there were 11 children. Dill relish is a favorite. Diane, we love it too. Linda writes, oh, that's what I was hoping we would all do together. Linda writes, says she just finished deviling 36 halves of deviled eggs, getting started on her fruit salad while she's watching me cook. Jim is in Japan, 5 a.m. Merry Christmas. Nice kitchen, nice cooking. Thank you, Jim. Merry Christmas to you. Are you in service or do you live over there? If you're in service over there, we certainly appreciate your service. Yes, Stephen, being around mom or grandmom is the next best thing. Don't forget the bacon. Oh, licking your lips now, Stephen. Yep, I had to lick my finger. I just couldn't help it. You know, I do that. It's just, I'm just feeding us, so it's not like I'm feeding a whole bunch of folks. Yes, I like to make it look good. It's a special time of the year. Yeah, Ruby, you're right. It happens. Now, see, if I was actually filming this for a video, I would have started over and you wouldn't have seen that. But nope, it's real life. A lot of people put paprika. Dalton, my oldest grandson, he loves paprika. Oh, Bonnie, if you make that coconut pie, please let me know. Retirement days, thank you so much. You are more than welcome. You know what, y'all? I can't stand it. Let's try one of these eggs. I want to try one. I have not had lunch, and they're just calling me, and I've got to try it. So, where's my, let me get some water in my cup. See my beautiful cup? We got these at, where did I got those at Buc-ee's. Have you got a Buc-ee's where you're at? We love Buc-ee's. They have some pretty stuff. Let's try it. And right here in the goodie. Mmm. Oh, yeah. Mmm. Mm-mm. You may want extra salt, or put some salt in it, but with that pickle in it, the dill, I don't think it needs it. Dalton, that was for you. Mmm. Mmm. Yes, they're yummy. Everybody, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being on with me today. We've been on here a while together, haven't we? Showing that we've been on here 2 hours and 41 minutes. That's a long time, but I have certainly enjoyed every minute of it. And hey, I got a lot done while you guys were with me. Popsy, look it up. Buccee apostrophe S, Buc-ee's, and it's got a little beaver. That's their mascot, I guess you want to call it. But anyway, thank you so much for being with me, and I certainly appreciate it. And if you do any of my recipes, please let me know. I'd like to hear other people's opinions. If they've cooked something that I have, if it didn't turn out right, I want to know. And if it's delicious, I also want to know. But I certainly appreciate you being in the kitchen with me today. This probably will be the last video for the year, but who knows? You know, we've got next week. So I certainly appreciate and love each and every one of you. And I hope you have the very, very merriest of Christmases and happiest of New Year's. And I'll see you all and talk to you all really soon. Okay? Thanks. Bye, everybody. Love you all.